heard the word cancer, what was your first thought? What did you think?
Okay, for me.
Hello, Team Sharon. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on what time you're going to watch this video. It's another beautiful sunny day here in Nairobi, Kenya. Yes, so your girl is here in town for a few errands, and I felt since I'm just here in the car waiting for someone to finish up with their errands, why not start my video today right here, the parking space here in town, and just to keep you updated and on what's up, what has been happening. So I know I've been quiet for quite a few weeks. Yes, it was I needed some break because of 1, 2, 3 things, but I'm back here, and I'm hoping that everyone has been keeping safe and doing all right. Yeah, so other than that, I'm super excited because guess what, it's the last day of the month. Let me just close my door before someone comes and snatches my phone. Yeah, I'm in the CBD, so anything can happen any minute. So like I was saying, I'm super excited. It's the last day of September, and what do I mean by that? Super excited because we are starting October, and most of you may know October is so dear to my heart because it's the breast cancer awareness month. Yes, it is. So we are all most of my pink sisters, we are always so excited for this month because we love spreading the news about breast cancer awareness. And just to kickstart it, yeah, your girl here is about to, I'm planning on doing 1, 2, 3 things with the breast surgeon, yes, and the oncologist. So that's what I'm planning on doing today, yes, which you guys will get to see later on the video, because we really want to spread the news about cancer. We want to shed out the misconceptions about breast cancer. We want to rule out all the myths about breast cancer. We just want ladies, gents, because even gents get breast cancer. We just want everyone out there to go and get to know about their lemons here. So stick around, watch the video to the end, just get to find out what I'm up to today. Yeah, being the last day of the month. Being my last day because I was on leave, being my last day because I'm resuming work tomorrow. Just stick around and see how my day will end up. So I'm just getting now to Shah Hospital to come and see the breast surgeon, as I earlier mentioned. So the breast surgeon is called Dr. Marek. He's based here in Shah Doctor's Plaza. That's where his office is. If you just get to Shah Doctor's Plaza on 3rd floor, you'll find Dr. Marek there. You can even ask the guards downstairs. They'll show you where his office is.
Okay, so October is coming. It's the 1st of October tomorrow. We are here today. We are here at Shah Hospital with Winnie and Shah.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. 40%, up to 40%, maybe more, of breast cancer patients, breast cancer survivors here in Kenya are under 40. Both Winnie and Sharon were diagnosed with breast cancer much earlier than 40. I just wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever thought, has it ever crossed your mind that you could be diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer?
Personally, no. For starters, for those who know me, I'm a fitness enthusiast, and I always avoid not eating healthy. So this was the last thing on my mind, that I would, the myths behind cancer. when people talk about cancer, they just know it's about junk food, it's about not staying healthy. So this was the last thing that I would expect any doctor would tell me, that, hey, you're diagnosed with breast cancer. So that was the last thing totally on my mind.
Winnie, what about you?
Well, for me it's a different story because I have a history, like from my mom. It's inherited, and I don't know if you call it interesting, or the sad bit of it is I got it at the same age that she did. So for me it was a bit expected, but somehow I was in denial because it took me time before I came to the hospital.
But to say Winnie was what she did at that time, because we met a few years ago, it was already almost 4 years ago. She found a lump, and immediately she came to the clinic to have it investigated. So in Winnie's case, there was a tiny little lump, so she caught it very, very early. She didn't wait. Now, when you heard the word cancer, what was your first thought? What did you think?
Okay, for me, having seen my mother go through like the whole process of cancer, because for her it was, she went through it all, like she suffered so much, and I got some kind of trauma, but I say I choose to live, so I had to face it on, and that's why I came to you so fast, and I was ready for all the steps
To fight.
it.
You did, it's already 9 years. Shah, what was your first thought when you heard the words?
Of course, I thought I was gonna die, and then it was such a coincidence, because the time I got diagnosed, as a country, Kenya, we had lost the famous news anchor, Catherine to cancer. So everything that started going through my mind was, I'm going to die like Catherine, I'm going to die. Yeah, and then the fact that I'm a young mom, my kids, my mom, everything was just going through my mind, like, how are they gonna survive because I'm going to die, you know?
So
yeah.
In your case, Sharon,
Yes.
how much time is it since the diagnosis?
I got diagnosed last year in February, so it's already a year, because I finished my treatment in October.
And what was the treatment? Would you be able to take us into your story? What happened?
Okay, so when I first got the lump, I went straight to see my gynecologist, Dr. Wanjala. Hi, Dr. Wanjala, Nairobi Hospital. So he sent me to do the scans. I did the scans, then the scans were back. There's a suspicious lump. That's when I went to do the biopsy in Nairobi Hospital. After the results were out, that's when Dr. Wanjala told me that you were diagnosed with breast cancer. So I have a very good friend of mine who used to play for rugby. He mentioned that there's this certain doctor in Parklands called Dr. VJ. He's been treating one of our friends, so please go check him out. So I went to see Dr. VJ. By then he used to be in Jalaram. I went to Dr. VJ. Then he explained everything and sent me to do so many tests. So I went, did the test, the results were back after like 2 weeks. Then he said, the type of breast cancer you have is hormonal. That's when I even knew there are different types of breast cancers. So he's like, it's hormonal, so your treatment plan is gonna be like this. We'll start with chemo. After chemo, we're gonna do now the surgery, the mastectomy, and then you'll finish with radiotherapy. So went in, did the chemos. I thank God for my fitness life. I managed to hit it. Done with the chemo, went in for the surgery with due daktari. Done with the surgery after a month. Now that's when I went for the radiotherapy. And people were saying yes, radiotherapy is the kind of like the easiest, but for me, the whole treatment plan, I felt like radiotherapy was the toughest, but I had to like keep on going for the sake of everyone who was looking up to me. The whole experience, like I would say, it's all in the mind. Like when I started, like I said, when I was told like you've been diagnosed with cancer, I knew that I was going to die. But cancer is not a death sentence. Cancer, the way to battle it is all in the mind. It's a mental thing. When I accepted and knew that cancer is here, there's nothing to do about it other than to fight it. I put on the armor and I went in hard in the war, and here I am, just to speak and and say like, indeed, it's not a death sentence.
Winnie, in your case, from the day, from the moment you were told the counselor, how was your story? What happened and what did you have to go through?
I think I should go back to the moment how I came to find you first, and then how I went through the treatment, because from there I went through the journey. So how I got to know about you is through a friend also. Somebody was working with someone, and then I ended up with Dr. Marek. So when I came here, the first thing that doctor told me was I should go for, like, we did a test of biopsy, right? Then got the results. Yeah, all those tests.
Very often people say at the age of 34 it's too early.
For mammogram, yeah.
For mammogram, well, we did it, and it did show calcification.
It did, yeah, sure. So also good to know I have the hormonal, yeah. So for me, I went through surgery first, and then chemo. But I didn't do the radio.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go through the radio myself. I went through
because
chemo.
It was caught very early.
Yeah. So I just did chemo. I did chemo.
Okay.
I would say the chemo, well, it's tough, but because you know what you want, you have to go for it.
Yeah.
And it's, I always say, like, people believe cancer is a death sentence, as you say, but it's like being diagnosed with malaria.
Yes.
People, they have malaria every day. People, they have different kind of diseases, you know.
Yeah.
It just takes you to believe and have the faith that you're going to be okay and you're going to be fine, and adhere to the treatments and what you're told. That's it, and you're fine. We're here, we've done it. So I'm sure everybody else can do it if you just in it and you put your effort and pray also.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything you'd like to know you think it would have helped you if you knew it before everything started? What was missing? Was there anything, or what do you think was the lack of knowledge, or maybe lack of awareness, or maybe we don't talk enough about certain things? What could have helped?
Personally, I would say like breast cancer, people don't, the awareness is not so much out there. I was just thinking when I got diagnosed, like if maybe, let's say the health sector or doctors, if they came up together and maybe visited girls' school and maybe we were taught about how to do the self-examination when we were still in high school, maybe if like days like...
So awareness from early age.
Exactly, awareness from early age. And then when ladies will visit the gynecologists, doctors' places, you see the charts for self-examination, but we don't put it into mind like this is something that can affect you. So the awareness bit, I would say it's not really much, it hasn't been done so much here, and it would be better if like the news is spread out there so that people can really know like, hey, this is here and we need to be we need to take these precautions, or we need to do this just to know if you have cancer, just to be on the safe side like her, like it's detected early enough. Yeah.
So in Winnie's case it was different because there was family history. The mom had breast cancer.
Yeah.
I think what is very important to stress is that only 1 in 10 breast cancers run in the family.
Okay.
But that's why I said it was slightly different. You noticed the lump and your thinking was, let's have it checked. What is very important to remember is that 9 out of 10 breast cancers just appear and we don't know why. There is no family history at all.
Yeah.
Very often people say, my friends say, my colleagues, my patients say, oh, it's not in my family, it will not happen to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not true. Unfortunately, 9 out of 10 cancers just happen and we don't know. Treatment. So you did talk about radiotherapy was the worst. Why was radiotherapy the worst part of treatment in your case?
I think from what I've had from different groups that I managed to join for ladies who are battling cancer, most of them would say chemo is tough, others, they are not still adjusting to their new them without the breast, and they are like, oh, the radiotherapy is the walkover. So when I was going in, I knew it was going to be a walkover as well. Yes, it was, because I had to go through like 25 sessions of radio. So the first 20, it was a walkover, but the last 5, because of the wounds now started developing, and then I started having...
There were side effects related.
Exactly, the side effects, no one had mentioned so much about them, and no one had prepared me so much
about. Long,
no, they lasted like for a week, because I came back to Dr. Vijay. He prescribed a certain drug, and it worked.
The radiotherapy, because it's mostly sore skin, isn't it?
Yes.
It may happen. Everybody's different. It's like sitting in a very strong sun.
Yeah.
I will definitely get burned, yes, but some other people may not get burned that much. Okay, but it wasn't a long time.
No.
Okay. So the message from you to the ladies who need radiotherapy in the future is, because very often they say, should I have it?
Once, whatever, I would say with my experience with the whole treatment, you just have to follow what your doctor tells you. If your doctor prescribes, like, you need to do that radio, please go for it. The side effects didn't last a month or 2 or 3. It was just like a week, and I think it's just like I said, I wasn't prepared with the wounds and all. And the cream works magic. I applied, after 3 days, the wounds had dried up. So anything your doctor tells you, the oncologist, the breast surgeon, just follow it to the letter. Don't skip anything and decide, oh, I'm going to be my own doctor.
Winnie, what about chemo? Why chemo? What was the worst moment during your chemotherapy? Your worst day?
The first 4 sessions, because I had to go for 8 cycles, the first 4 sessions were tough, and it's simply because of the nausea that I was getting after. But it was crazy, but it lasted for at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks at most. And then now you know after like you have to go after every 3 weeks. So 2 weeks was useful for recovering. But the last 4, okay. It was nothing. I would just walk in and walk out.
Can you still remember your chemo? So it's a few years later. Or is it becoming like a dream?
At some point I was feeling that I was being insane. It's like I was losing my mind, because I would even forget things, I would just even forget where I am.
But is it better?
We're here, we're happy. And we're living.
Yes.
And we live.
We will.
Now, do you have any questions to ask me or Daktari? We have an oncologist, we have a surgeon. Was there ever any question you didn't ask, you didn't have a chance? Something you just were too worried to ask? Or...
Okay, not really, but there is this, we talked during my other visit about the medicine that I was taking, the tamoxifen. When I got the medication, I didn't think it was that much important until later that I realized. But I learned it through like the social media. That's why I came to you again to ask, because it was out of stock. I couldn't get it, so I had to come back and ask, okay, I'm not getting this medication. So at least I got to learn about it later, that it is important to have it, and I need to do it anyway. So
breast cancer treatment is multidisciplinary. You notice that we talked about surgery, we talked about chemotherapy, Winnie mentioned tablets, the tamoxifen, radiotherapy. So already we talked about 4 different types of treatment, and it is very important. Breast cancer is curable. Breast cancer most often can be cured completely. Sometimes we cannot cure it, we can pick it up and drop. But I cannot cure breast cancer in a surgeon. I need my oncology colleagues. Yes, we mentioned Dr. Vijay, we have Dr. Shainali. We have to work together. Now, what is also very, very important, there is the medical oncologists, those doctors who deal with tablets, with the chemotherapy. We have the radiation oncologists, the clinical oncologists. Yes, radiotherapy. So it's a teamwork, And even more, from the very beginning, we need the radiologists, we need the pathologists. Yes, because the biopsy happens, then before the biopsy, we need the scans, the mammogram, ultrasound scan, the CT scan to check what's going on. Has it spread? Because the first thought always, I believe, is, oh my God, has it spread? Where did it go?
Yeah.
Now we have Ruth. Okay, Ruth is the breast care nurse, best breast care nurse in Kenya. Yes, Ruth, I think you had a couple of questions to ask.
So for Sharon and Winnie, thank you for having us. I would want to understand what are the stigmas that you went through having been diagnosed, being labeled as a cancer patient. Any stigma, any issues?
The first one that I'd say, the fact that people think like you're about to die, and from close pink sisters that I managed to gain through the journey, most of them, they are going, some are still even going up to now, they've lost their jobs, being fired during the treatment, some also ended up losing their jobs. Not everyone is accommodative, you know, yeah, because not everyone knows the intensity of this treatment. So, and as a cancer patient, you want all the love and all the care in this world, but unfortunately not everyone is willing to do that, because others just see you and feel like, oh, you're about to die, so we don't want much to do with you. That bit of the stigma itself, it's just enough to just finish any cancer patient, because at the end of the day you're just like, why am I going through all this pain and all this, and yet I'm going to die soon, you know? Yeah.
Winnie? Well, for me it was like, first of all, personal experience, when she said about work, yeah. I couldn't practice because, number one, when you're going through chemo, there are side effects. That means you need to be away for some time to recover. And nobody is willing to understand that. They want you to just work. And they feel like it's normal, it's okay, it's just treatment like any other. I feel like not so many people understand what exactly what going through the treatment means. The other thing is friends and family and everybody around you. You know, once you start getting that, the pity bit of everything, like you want to do this, and oh, no, I know, you know, you feel like you're dying yourself. They make you feel like you're dying yourself because they won't let you do the things that you're able to do. And sometimes, well, at times you feel like there was a time that my hands, like I get times that my hands can't work. Yeah. Like this one, this arm was used for this chemo all through. Yeah. So at times I get it swells, sometimes it just gets you can see on its own. But you want to tell somebody, okay, today I feel like I'm okay, I can do this. And this person tells you, no, you know, you get this one, you need to have it like this. So all those kind of things make you feel like I didn't deserve to be here because I feel like my life has changed and nobody's regarding to me or seeing me as the same person that I was before. Yeah. So if you could just understand that this is a disease that we get through it like any other, we get through it. So if you just be accommodative and try to understand. When we need something, I'm sure we say it. Yes. When we can't do something, please allow us to do it because we want to feel like we are alive and a part of the human nature around us. Exactly. So we don't want to be put aside like disabled people. Yes. Even the disabled people want to live a normal life. So basically it's just, let's all like understand and live together like that without making me feel inferior, something like that. Yeah. I think what I'm getting from you is let us be accommodating, supportive in all aspects. That yes, there's this level in your life right now, and it's within a time frame that you are going through the treatment. Like Dr. said, there's the chemo part, there's the surgery, and each comes with its own challenges. Support in all the stages, understanding and accepting the patient as they are in this stage is also crucial and very important for our patients as they go through the journey.
Winnie, do you want to tell us a story?
About the side effect. That is now about awareness. So now, On the awareness side, I would want to give an example of a patient. When I was going through my chemo, I got to share my story of the side effect. Well, I'm a joker as a person. I joke too much, even when I'm down, completely down, I just get to joke in the situation. So I was joking with a friend and I was giving her my story of the side effects, of how the side effects that I'm getting. And one was my tongue turned black and my nails were turning black. So I told her, well, I'm getting some, like my nails are turning black in my tongue. And then she was like, yeah, I know a lady in Nakuru, she was going through the same, like chemo. And she got the side effect. I think she wasn't told or she wasn't aware of anything.
Yeah.
She took off from the hospital because of this. Yeah, she just went back home and she never went back for the treatment, you know. So I feel like we need to in as much as we talk about it here,
Yeah.
there are so many people who still don't understand. And there are so many people, so many who have zero idea about cancer. So we could go inside Kenya, the rural bits of Kenya. I think we could save so many lives because people get to die and they don't even know the cause of death. Someone will tell you a different story.
I would just add, you know, it's very funny. It's not just the rural bit. Even here in the cities, most people don't know what chemo is. Most people don't know what the radiotherapy is. Because when I was going through the treatment, I remember I would want to go back to the office, at least just to interact with people, not just sit at home. Though I thank my employers, they were really awesome. They gave me some time off. But anytime I would go back to the office, so those close to me would ask me like, how do you manage going into that machine to get chemo? You know, everyone thinks like chemo, you go in a machine and you're electrocuted or something. Same thing to radio, they think the same. So there's a lot of information that is lacking out there regarding the treatment. There's a lot of information lacking out there with the caregivers. They don't know what exactly to do to cancer patients. They don't know what, this goes in with the nutrition bit as well. They don't know exactly what foods to give, what to do. So there's a lot of lack of information in all sectors. In the treatment side, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to aftercare. So I feel the health sector, they really need to juggle their minds. I don't know how they're going to do it, but even us as survivors, like we are really trying our level best just to spread the news out there about cancer, about breast cancer, because there are different types of cancers, about breast cancers, about the aftercare, what to expect. Because now I had to like sit the ladies in my office where I work and tell them, hey, you need to do this, to self-examine yourself. Anytime I get to hear the maybe offers with the screening and all, I get to spot this hospital is running this, I share with the ladies, I share with my friend, just to try and sensitize people out there, just to get to know their...
It's true what you say, like so many people don't know what chemo is. I have to be asked that question so often, like, chemo, you go through a machine, do you get like electrocuted or something? I'm like, chemo just... So I think people just need to be taught, and it needs to be a one-on-one thing, I believe, with the people. So if we go close to the people, I think we'll save many lives and a lot of them. Because you go to a clinic, personally, sometimes I do get these side effects, sometimes, even now. And I go to a clinic and I say that I'm a survivor, cancer survivor. And by the mention of that, everything changes. And everybody's looking at you like a bomb.
Yeah.
You know, you look like literally a bomb. So anything they do on you is with a lot of care and caution, and you're like, okay, it's just, I'm a normal person. You just treat me like a normal person, that's it. But you see, it's because they fear, they do not know what to expect or what to do. Yet it's just a normal thing. Like, if I need to be, like, if I need the hydration, I need the normal way you do it, you know. But they would make it look like it's a whole research and everything. So
now, I wanted to ask you another question. We did mention already that 40% of breast cancer happens to very young ladies. Now, what was the first symptom? Why did you go to see your doctor, Shah? Winnie, in your case, what was the symptom which made you go to see the doctor?
For my case, it was the lump. I didn't go immediately. I had to consult my office girlfriends. I told them, hey, I have like I kind of feel like I have a stone in my breast, and it started tiny, but now I feel like the size is increasing. So they were just like, oh, it might be just something hormonal, just wait, it will disappear. So I stayed for like a week, waited, and the thing is not disappearing. So when I was taking a shower in my house, I looked at myself on the mirror, then I noticed like my breast is hanging on a string. So it really made me freak out, and that's the main reason why I went to see the doctor, because it was just like, this is very unusual. Why is it like, because I could hold and feel like it's like a string. So why is my breast like hanging on there?
So just to summarize, there was a lump.
Yes.
There was change in the shape.
Yeah, the size
and when you were moving your arms up,
yeah,
the right breast behaved in a different way.
Exactly.
Any changes to the skin?
There were no changes.
Winnie, what was the symptom?
Well, for me, I didn't have any. I just had the lump, and having the history of my mother, so that made me just know like I needed to see a doctor.
Now, would you have a message, the October message to young ladies in Kenya? What would be the message?
I would say, get your lemons checked, yeah? Make sure you are always very attentive to your breast. Just check your breast anytime and maybe you want to take a shower every day. It doesn't cost much. It will take less than 3 minutes. Check your breast. Just notice, is the skin the same? Is there any change in color? Is the nipple area the same as it's always been? Am I feeling? Do the self-examination. Am I feeling anything weird inside my breast? It's very, very important. Yeah, that would be my message to the young girls and all the women out there.
Winnie?
Well, I'd share the same message with her, but still I will also tell to the ones who have been diagnosed, it's important that you are there to the treatments and be in touch with your doctors. And to the ones who are yet to be diagnosed, if you happen to get, I believe in Kenya we have the right doctors who can help. Because I see so many people suffering when it comes to finances, and people tend to go outside and make the treatments look so expensive. Already it's expensive if you're here, But once you start going outside, it becomes more expensive, and most people don't get to complete the treatment because of the funds. So I would suggest if they could come, like in here, we got help from Dr. Marek, we've got help, and you are here, we're a living testimony. So if they would come to maybe Dr. Marek, I would recommend, because I have a first-hand experience, they would come here and get the help. And just to say, I think I should give a brief story of who Marek is, Dr. Marek is. Personally, why I recommend Dr. Marek is because I came in here blindly, not knowing where I'm heading or what to expect. But I knew I'm just going to go for a test and I'm going to meet a doctor. So coming here, Dr. Marek was welcoming. You would think we've known each other for the longest, and we just met, And he accommodated me in so many ways and made me feel so comfortable and at home, I'm still comfortable even to text and ask him, Doc, I'm feeling like this and this, or should I come and talk about things? I ask, And sometimes I get even sometimes you get financial challenges. I would say for sure he's come through for me. He's come through for me on that ground also. So you see, that's being accommodative, and that's basically what you're talking about being accommodating. So if we do that, and like for me, you see now I'm here and I can say I'm okay, I'm alive, I'm looking forward to live a longer, like very, very long life, because I'm fine. And I can't say I strained so much financially because I got assistance. So if we do this kind of awareness by recommending the affordable places that people go or the doctors that can help. Within Kenya, it will help so many people because it's not so many people who would afford to go outside. So, yeah, that's my...
Thank you so much, Winnie. Shah,
Yes.
I just wanted to ask you about the black sleeve. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
So I developed lymphedema. The good thing, Dr. Marek, because he was my surgeon, he had already mentioned the side effects that would come with the surgery, what to expect. So it didn't come in as a shocker. At least I knew what this is. So I developed lymphedema, and I came to Daktari, and he was like, yes, this is lymphedema, so what are we going to do? He referred me to a very awesome lady, another physiotherapist. She's called Patrina. So Patrina has been doing the lymphatic drainage for me, and then she recommended that I should wear this sleeve so that at least it can compress so that the hand does not keep on swelling. And lymphedema, what I've come to understand and learn with time, because I've had it now for, I think it's close to 3 months, if I'm not wrong. It's kind of like, I don't like admitting it, but it's kind of like a new you. So you just need to know how to manage it and how to live with it. So one thing that I noticed, because I interact with other women who are battling the same, there are so many women who've had breast cancer, who've had the surgery, they've developed lymphedema, and they have no idea what they are going through. Because there's a lady who I was just talking to, she's like, oh, my hands both, because she had double mastectomy, so she's like, both my hands are really swollen. So for me to start telling her what lymphedema is, you see, this is bits of the information that's missing out there, and it's so unfortunate for someone to go through such a thing and they don't know. So this is lymphedema. I'm managing it. I've accepted it, and I just know how to live with it and to survive a day at a time. They say with any cancer patient, any cancer survivor, you take it a day at a time, and you live your best life and just enjoy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello. So we had such an interactive session with Daktari and my other pink sister Winnie that I even forgot totally that I needed to end the video. But just to emphasize on what we spoke, ladies, make sure during this month of breast cancer awareness month, get screened. Go get screened. Know your lemons are in the right shape, they're in the right color, they're in the right size. Don't assume anything, because you never know what might be happening to your body. Get screened. Call out your sisters, call out your aunties, your mom, go your girlfriends. Get screened, get screened, get screened. That's the message that we really want to pass across during this month of October. For my girlfriends, those who are watching this video, Juliet and the rest, and everyone, Perpetua, this month I'm not going to let you go like the other month when I told you Aga Khan was running discount. So this month, all of us, you guys, because mine I did the other time, you guys will go and get screened. So thank you very much, Team Sharon. I want to end my video at that. Thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you very much for my subscribers, and to my returning subscribers, as always, asante sana. Keep watching. Expect more and more content this month regarding around breast cancer, because we really want to spread the good gospel that, yeah, indeed, breast cancer is not a death sentence. So thank you very much. Go follow Dr. Marek's page and support him as well. Share his pages as well. Spread the good gospel out there, and we'll get to see each other in my next video. So it's asante sana from my end, and I love you all, Team Sharon. It's bye bye from now.